What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. It's me, Phanesse King, and I have heard all of the comments. I am really thankful for all the subscribers that I'm getting over the past few weeks. It's getting a little overwhelming, but I'm trying to do my best to react to everything that you guys have said in the comments. I'm currently working on getting my copyright claim from the Billie Eilish Bad cover released. If not, I'll re-record that for you guys. Now we're going to be reacting to Billie Eilish second album, and if you did not hear my first reaction to her first EP, it's going to be somewhere in the cards up here and or in the description. And this makes me really excited for the second album that I'm going to be looking at. And enough said, let's just jump into the video. Alright, so we're going to be jumping into her second EP, titled Happier Than Ever. And let me just make sure my volume's good. Alright, let's just jump into the first song, titled Getting Older, and it's the official lyric video. So far I like the beat. One thing I gotta say, all of her beats and the production, I really love FINNEAS' style of production. You can tell that they really put time into these albums. And I'm sorry, for her to not win a Grammy, I know I'm just hearing her first album and I hear bits and pieces of her songs here and there. I think I heard a lot of her songs off of her third EP, I guess whatever EP that had Bad Guy and Bury Your Friend. I've heard more of that one. This one I don't think I really heard more, so I'm really excited. But I'm really shocked that she didn't win a Grammy at all. Like, and I'm not saying like in every category, but she should have at least won a Grammy for something. The albums were amazing. The direction for the videos, the storytelling, the lyrics, the production, the overall direction, and I'm still a little bit reviewing the Grammys. I might react to a couple of like the outfits or the different speeches. Let me know if you guys want something like that. But she should have at least won a Grammy for something. And it's just they really cheated her. But yeah, let's just jump more into the beat.
I'm getting older, I think I'm aging well. I wish someone had told me I'd be doing this by myself. There's reasons that I'm thankful, there's a lot I'm grateful for, but it's different when a stranger's always waiting at your door. Which is ironic, cause the stranger seemed to want me more than anyone before. Too bad they're usually deranged. Last week I realized I crave pity. When I retell a story, I make everything sound worse.
She's so good at lyrically crafting a story that keeps you engaged. It's not just telling you outright, hey, I'm sad, hey, I'm mad, or hey, this hurts, or hey, this happened. It's literally giving you lyrically a start, middle, and ending. It's just like when you read a book. When you read a book, it's not just saying like, oh, good stories don't just have a person's happy, a character died, the person's sad, that's the end of the story. A book flows. So I'm seeing all of these albums like a book series. And each book, each album is a continuation of either her life or her experience. And we can literally, that's why I like albums, you can literally see how much growth, especially during the lyrics and everything. And I'm really excited for this. This is so far really good. I like the overall just natural flow of everything. Versus to her last album had a little bit of emotion. It started off more more like upbeat kind of. This seems like it's more of a personal, emotional style. And this is only the first song. Oh, I'm still gonna do my rankings of each song after each. Let me know if you guys liked how I did that for the first album. But yeah, I'm gonna be giving my rankings after each song. And this is just based off of first listen, and then I'm gonna have all my rankings at the end. So just let me know if you guys like that style of editing.
Can't shake the feeling that I'm just bad at healing. And maybe that's the reason every sentence sounds rehearsed. Which is ironic, because when I wasn't honest, I was still.
Also, if my camera dies, I'm gonna do like a quick cut and it's gonna switch back to my old setup. I'm working on getting a couple of things so my camera can stay plugged in, but as of right now, I just wanted to up the quality for you guys and everything.
Being ignored, I am for attention, just to get neglection. Now we're estranged. Things I once enjoyed.
I love her vocal layering, like
just keep me employed now.
Like I love the vocal layering, and you can hear every harmony, and the slight panning of left and right gives it a wider feel, and the use of reverb, it's also given that huge, wide, spacey feel that is really good on her vocals, which is so calming, soothing, and angelic almost.
Things I'm longing for. Someday I'll be bored of. It's so easy.
Oh, I like that.
That we care so much until we don't. I'm getting older. I've got more on my shoulders, but I'm getting better at admitting when I'm wrong. I'm happier than ever, at least that's my endeavor, to keep myself together and prioritize my pleasure. 'Cause to be honest, I just wish that what I promised.
Oh, I like this. I love the beat. The beat is like, everything sounds muffled almost, but it's adding on to the character of the song.
Things I once enjoyed just keep me employed now.
Oh, I felt that.
Things I'm longing for. Someday I'll be bored of. It's so easy.
I love that lyric. I was just because as a musician, you know, it seemed like when she made her first album, where she started music, it was more of a fun. Now it seems like a job. As a creative person or as a musician of any kind, my fellow creators, if you have talent, sometimes the spark, the natural innocence and the natural fun of even just life, as basically as she's saying, she missed that innocence of just having fun. And as you know, sometimes when we get older, we sometimes lose touch with our kid self. So it's very important that we nurture that kid self, even though we become older, and life becomes a little bit more serious. But it's very important that we still cater to our kid self, because this world is tough out here, especially with the wake of a lot of things going on politically in our world. We need that little bit of happiness, that little bit of kind of nostalgia almost to hold on to. So when times in our life, when life seems a little bit dark and we don't know how we're going to get out of things and stuff like that. We have a lot of things to hold on, like good memories, whether it's a couple of friends, whether it's an old cartoon you used to watch when you were younger. And we have to very much cater to that little kid inside of us, because a lot of times we see a lot of adults get old, they get miserable, or they have a lot of regrets, and they end up being miserable, and they end up passing along that idealization to their children or people around them to try and bring them down. But honestly, as a society, especially in the wake of Trump's presidency, everything that's going on with uh, marginalized groups and women and people of color, the LBGT, we have to really stand against people who wants to take that light from us and literally stand as literally the United States. It's in the name, in order to not like revert back in history, because as of right now, we're with Trump being president, honestly, and the way things are going, even now when he just got into office, a lot of things are taking a huge revert backwards. And that's that. We shouldn't be going backwards, we should be going forward. And yeah, it's crazy. I'm not gonna go on a political rant, but I just very much understood those lyrics about that as from a musician, just to bring it back into being a producer and stuff like that. Sometimes when I'm making music, or I'm making a song, or I'm editing a video, or making content, sometimes it seems more like a job, and something that's not. Like, sometimes you have to take a break when something feels like a job, because if you're passionate about something, if you love something, it should come naturally. It shouldn't feel forced. It shouldn't feel like a job. Like, you shouldn't be getting drained. And even if your craft is your job, you shouldn't feel like it's a chore almost. That's more of the word. And what she's saying is that it feels kind of weird that the stuff, music, now feels like a chore, and the stuff that she longed to create, and even in her own personal life, she's now bored of, which I can very much attach myself to, that feeling of stuff that makes me enjoyable, that I wake up. Music is my passion. And when it starts to, and it kind of happens in that same order that she's saying the lyric, to where at first it feels like a chore, or like it feels like, well, employed, but it feels like a chore, and then you get bored of it. And that's really sad, as if you're doing something you love, that it feels like a chore and you get bored of, because no one wants to get bored of something that they're born to do and they love to do. You should never get bored of something that you love to do. And if you have something that you want to do, you always go for it and live with no regrets, because we only have one life, and it's our job to live it. So if it's from going to school, go to school. Just go out and simply do it. And if it fails, always have a backup plan. That's kind of how I was raised. But you would if your backup plan is your new path, never be afraid to forge your own path, because you have control over your own life. And that's what I feel when it's this song. It's a love letter to, I'm not a child anymore. I'm not a teenager anymore. I'm getting older. So what's that next step? What's my path that I'm going to forge for myself? Which I, as a young adult, young 24-year-old, I am literally, we're getting older. And even if you're older than me, you're still, we age. We don't de-age. We're getting older. So it's always that, oh, what's going to happen next year? What's going to happen after that? What's my life going to be for 10 years? Or what's my life going to be in the next 20 years? We need to stop and just take a deep breath and take it one day at a time. One day at a time, week by week. 1 week turns into two, 3, and then boom, there's a month. Always be the better version of yourself the day before. and then pretty soon you're not wondering, because time is overwhelming when you think about it. I know I get overwhelmed thinking about my appointments next week. And time is a weird thing, that time is a concept that we will never understand. But as humans, our innate nature is to try to understand everything. And even that just goes for life. We're not going to understand everything, but we have the power to forge our own path and give us the tools necessary in our life to be able to take on what life gives us. And that's basically what this song is a love letter to herself about. Hey, I'm getting older. Shit I used to love is now becoming bored. What's new? What's next? Do I give up this path, or do I continue it? And or how do I refresh that spark so I'm not just trapped?
Said we care so much until we don't. But next week I hope I'm somewhere laughing for anybody asking.
See, yeah,
I promise I'll be
I hit the
fine.
yeah, I got it right on the nose.
I've had some trauma, did things I didn't wanna, was too afraid to tell ya, but now I think it's time.
Oh, see, let me not play the next song real quick. I love that song. I love that song. That song is gonna get a 10 out of 10. It's a perfect combination of storytelling. The beat is not too much. That song, honestly, I'm gonna give that a solid 10 out of 10. Really love that song. It was very powerful, and she all even her, I think her last album, she starts off with like a powerful song, and everything seems very thought out. And I love that. I love the messaging about that. And she's basically saying, even if, because no matter what walks of life we come from, we all have trauma of certain we all have trauma in a certain way, whether you come from one parent home, two parent home, but it's not really that good, whether you're white, black, Hispanic, you're gay, straight, whatever your sexual orientation is or however you identify, we all have trauma of some sort that changed the trajectory of our lives. But the most important thing is we can recognize our trauma, but how are we going to pick ourselves up and move forward to where we don't let our trauma determine who we are? And it's an everyday thing. I know from my own personal experience, even with music, sometimes it's a little therapy session to myself. When I'm writing, I'm like, or when I'm like releasing all these emotions and I'm confronting them head on, and it might not feel great day one or month one. It might not even feel good year one. But I know for a fact, if I confront all of these now and releasing, it's like you releasing all the toxicity that you thought was you, and you're finding who you really are and stuff like that. It's good to acknowledge the trauma, but it's always good, really good and important to find a way to not really control you and stuff like that. And it also depends very much on the type of trauma. I do understand that, and trauma is a very multifaceted thing, to where there's not one answer for my trauma or someone else's or somebody that's what connects us all as human beings. Not trauma. Not trauma. We're not trauma bonded by as a human. We might be, but what might work for one person might not work for another. What might work for that person. That's what makes us all connect as a human. We're all different in our own way, but we're all shared by the same species. We're all humans. So that's what I'm saying. In the wake of a lot of political things going on, where people are, when the people above us in power are trying to take rights away, and the marginalized groups, the smaller people are being affected, while the rich are staying rich, and the rich aren't really feeling the weight, because why would they feel the weight? We need to rise together, and we just need to honestly cut the crap and realize we're all humans. Even if something doesn't apply to you, just because it don't apply to you doesn't mean you can't do anything. I hate people who are like, oh, well, it doesn't apply to me, I'm not black, or it doesn't apply to me, I'm straight. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it applies to you or not, because at the end of the day, we are all humans. We are all basically the little guys. If you're not like, if you're not rich and you're not in the government of some sort, we're all in the same social class. We are all being affected by higher ups. They're looking down on us to play their game so they can stay there and we can stay here. But yeah, I want enough from my rambling. We'll just jump into the next song. That song gets 10 out of 10 for me. What's this one? It says, I didn't change my number.
Okay.
Okay, we kicking up the beat. Okay.
I didn't change my number.
Ooh.
I only changed who I replied to. Laura said I should be nicer, but not to you. I love how you were mad at me text. Should've guessed that you would think I was upset.
I like this beat.
Don't take it out on me.
Ooh.
I'm out of sympathy for you. Maybe you should leave before I get too mean. I didn't change my number.
Oh.
I only changed who I believe in.
Okay.
You were easy on the eyes.
Ooh.
But looks can be
That little echoing effect, you were easy on my eyes. That's such a good technique. That's a good vocal technique and a producer technique.
deceiving. I gotta work, I go to work. You don't deserve to feel so hurt. You got a lot of fucking nerve I don't deserve. So don't take it out on me. I'm out of sympathy.
This gives me the same vibe of I think it was one of my favorite songs on the last EP. I think it was My Boy. This gives me that same vibe.
Maybe you should leave before I get too mean and take it out on you and your best friend too. I should have left when Drew said you were bad news.
Oh, the synth. Oh, that's a. I'm trying to figure out. That has to be a synth, but I'm trying to figure out how that was played. That either was played on the piano, but that's a really nice like growl synth. Oh my god. Oh, the beat is really good. Oh, there's so much to break down in that beat. The synth, the kind of the growl, the little funk groove that I'm hearing, and that little vocal chop that seemed like it was layered on top of the synth. Okay, that one production overall gives it a nice 12 out of that gives it 12 out of 10. And maybe I'm a little biased because my favorite song on the last album was My Boy, and it kind of gives me that same vibe of that. Yeah, that's gonna be a 12 out of 10. Hold on. All right, next song is called Billie's Bossa Nova, and what I'm seeing here is official lyric videos. I don't know if they had music videos. Let me know down in the comments if these songs have actual music videos. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. I was getting a call on my phone. But yeah, let's just jump into it.
Love when it comes without a warning, 'cause waiting for it gets so boring. A lot can change in 20 seconds. A lot can happen in the dark. Love when it makes you lose your bearings. Some information's not for sharing.
Oh, I feel this.
Use different names at hotel check-ins. It's hard to stop it once it starts. It starts. I'm not sentimental, but there's something about the way you look tonight. Makes me wanna take a picture, make a movie with you that we'd have to.
I love this song. This makes me this makes me think of someone that I hold real special in my life. This is definitely a song that so far it makes me think of her.
You better lock your phone and look at me when you're alone. Won't take a lot to get you going. I'm sorry if it's torture though. I know it might be more of an obsession. You really make a strong impression. Nobody saw me in the lobby. Nobody saw me in your arms. I'm not sentimental, but there's something about the way you look tonight. Makes me wanna make 'em jealous. I'm the only one who does it how you like.
This song makes me happy because I'm attaching it to a specific person.
Better lock your phone and look at me when you're alone. Won't take a lot to get you going. I'm sorry if it's torture though. I know.
I'm adding this to my playlist. I'm definitely adding this to my playlist.
And look at me a little more. We both know I'm worth waiting for. That heavy breathing on the floor. I'm yours.
Oh, this is such a groove too. Ah, this is such a groove. Alright, I'm really biased to that song. That one is definitely getting another 12 out of 10. I love the groove. The groove of it. It was very like poppy, and like the chorus was pretty simple. The lyrics was pretty simple, but like I said, she has a very good way of storytelling while keeping it simple and danceable. Not even dance, well, sometimes even danceable, which is very hard to do, to keep someone engaged that much and to dance around so many different emotions. This song kind of reminds me how Hostage was, but Hostage was just a little bit slower. This is kind of like if Hostage, like I said, all these songs seem like a continuation of the first album, and then the second album. This kind of gives me that same like of Hostage. I'm definitely going to be adding this also to my playlist. So This also gives a 12 out of 10. And the next one is called My Future. And finally, we have a music video that I can react to. I love her music videos. She has such a unique style that she pairs well with her storytelling lyrically. So I very much am excited to see any music video that she's in, because everything makes sense. I love when the video ties to the song and has its own little storytelling vibe that just makes you feel the song even more. I'm gonna go full screen for this one. This is called My Future. This whole album seems like just like a love letter to her growing up and her maturing. That's what it seems like, even by the song titles. Oh, this is like a anime lo-fi style. Oh, yep. Oh, this is an anime style, like a studio chibi or geepy style. I think that's the correct word. I think that's how you correctly say it. Yeah, I think that's how you correctly say it. But I really like it. It's kind of like a little slice of life anime. She has such a powerful voice. Her voice is angelic. It just sucks you in. It makes you want to like listen, and I love songs like that makes you just want to like listen to the lyrics. This editing is really good. This animation style is really good too. It's still unique.
Just wanna get to know myself.
Wow, this is really good.
I know, suppose.
Oh my god. One thing about her songs, I think it was her last album. I love when a switch up is unexpected. Like she went for like 2 minutes before the switch up. I love when a beat switch is literally just like boom. And it gives a whole different vibe. Oh, that caught me off guard. I gotta rewind that just a little bit back.
I know, supposedly I'm lonely.
And the start of and the beat switch is like transitioning the whole entire vibe of the video. Start off very somber, very like serenade-y and very emotional, to now it boom, the pop beat starts. The sky is changing, leaves and trees are now growing, and it's no longer a moon rainy atmosphere, but it's gonna become like a summer or springtime feel, to where this is literally telling you the second half of the song is gonna be on a happier note. But that was really powerful how that transitioned.
No, I'm supposed to be unhappy without someone, but aren't I someone?
See? It's basically saying that it's very much a real emotion, especially if you ever go through a breakup or of a friendship or a relationship. It's that weird uneasiness and that weird uncertainty where it's like you feel you're in your own power, you're in your own space, and you're like, the first half she was like questioning, like she was like, okay, this feels weird, but I'm loving myself. And the second part is questioning like whether that's realistic, or whether like two things can exist at the same time. And it's a very complicated feeling. It's a very complicated feeling of I'm fine by myself. I love myself and I'm comfortable in my own space. But it's also like we're all humans. We all want to share our life and love somebody. And coming from just a recent experience that I had, um, just getting a little bit personal with you guys is very much the love of like, okay, I'm my own person, I'm self-sufficient and everything. I'm fine with that. I had no, you have no problems with that. But it's also like we all want to be loved, and we all want to love somebody as well, not taking away from our own stuff, because we should be able to handle our own stuff interpersonally before you get into another relationship with somebody. It's basically should be two people coming together as one. You don't lose your sense of self, and you shouldn't lose your sense of self, but it's literally one human being coming with everything, flaws and everything. Another human being come with flaws, strength, the whole 9 yards. And it's putting these two humans who are on equal level. Nobody is higher than the other. One might be farther along and have more of a capacity than the other, but you don't ever get into a friendship or relationship and try and pin one against another, because we are all moving at different paces, moving at different stages of our lives, to where not everybody is going to be where we're at. Sometimes we have to meet someone where they're at, but not take away from our own personal growth and our own personal journey. It's a really tricky thing to go in life, in a friendship, in a partnership, in a co-worker relationship, boss relationship. It's like it's a very tricky path that it's very important to just go for it, not be scared, and honestly constant communication, to where you're taking two different minds and you're coming together to make something out of nothing, essentially. Make a relationship, make a family, a co-workership, a worker, a environment, a company. And that's really important. Sorry, I ramble a lot, and that's what this song is basically saying. It's literally like halfway through the song, it's literally like a shift where the whole song is just basically questioning the future, her future, and the possible uncertainties. It's coming to terms with, hey, I might wonder what my future holds, but that's all given up to chance. I'm just gonna flow through life and figure it out. Like I said with the other song, when she was like, as she was getting older, she's just gonna figure it out as time goes on, and whatever she has control over, she is just going to do the best thing they can, because that's all we can never hope for going through life. We only have one life, and literally we were put on this earth to do the best we can and make whatever change and use whatever gifts, whatever talent to pave our own way, not from what our parents say, not from what our friends say, but pave our own way and figure out what is life for me. Not for someone else, not for my parents, but what is life for me? What am I going to aspire to? What am I going to be, and how am I going to get there? And I just love this this little tonal shift. It's kind of like this is there was Act 1, and now we're switching into Act 2. Each act is different, but it plays a part in the overall story, which is why how I kind of see albums. It's a part 1, part 2, or however long parts. You should be growing on every single album. Each song should be telling a different story, but overall, the whole point of an album is to tell one big story. Forming a hand. And it's also kind of like she's saying that she has the capability of love, and she is in love, and she has that capability of loving someone else. It's just she has to take a step back and fall back in love with herself and find her own path. And sometimes it's very hard to come to terms with. Sometimes we can love somebody, and sometimes have to take a break, take a step back. That doesn't mean that the relationship was bad, or the friendship was bad, or the job was bad, or whatever. Sometimes when we feel overwhelmed and anxious, almost, we kind of run into like a fight or flight mode, to where something culturally shocks us, or something that we're not generally used to shocks us so quickly, to where we revert and we're like, hold on, I have to take a break, I'm overwhelmed. And sometimes that break is very much important, even in friendships. Sometimes if you feel yourself losing in touch with yourself, sometimes you just gotta take a break, take a breather, fall back in love with you, fall back in love with your process, and your goals shouldn't change for someone else. And take a deep breath, take a moment, and literally just fall back in love with yourself, your routine, what you want to do for your life. That doesn't mean you're not capable of loving, or the love that you felt for someone was not real or anything. It means quite that, hey, I need to take a breather, figure out who I am again, and then that's it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking a moment and taking a break to readjust yourself and recalibrate yourself and everything.
I'll see you in a couple years.
I like that. That's gonna be another 12 out of 10. Not only because I'm biased to the video and the style, but it very much matches what she's trying to portray, and like is basically saying like, hey, I need a break, and I need to take a step back. I'm right now. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where my head's at. Don't know where my mentality is at. Life is kind of beating me down, and I just need a breather. And sometimes it's very much in like day-to-day life, it's very important to take that step back, that breather, and just realize that you don't have to do everything in a day, don't have to do everything in a week. Life is sometimes stuff happens in stages, and always congratulate yourself, always be proud of small things. I'm very much of a person that, small things were never like celebrated. Heck, even big things sometimes wasn't even celebrated. So I make it a point. I'm like, I don't be bitter about it, but I'm like, hey, I'm going to celebrate those small things. If it's getting out of the bed in the morning, and I'm like, hey, I got out of bed today. I didn't think I was going to get out of bed today. It's even small stuff like that. Just sometimes you have to reassure yourself, give yourself small victories. Don't say have a small victory and then be like, all right, cool, I'm not going to do anything else. But when you do accomplish something, take a moment, take a breather to be like, hey, I did do this. Hey, I'm proud of yourself, because a lot of times what you tell yourself is a lot of times what you think. And, sometimes what you think is honestly what you tell yourself. It plays both ways. But if you take a deep moment and tell yourself, hey, I got this. Hey, I can't do this today. I'm going to do it tomorrow. It's very important in how you start viewing yourself. All right, so this one is called oxytoxin. Toxin token. I think it's called oxytoxin. Are all these lyric videos? Oh.
Can't take it back once it's been set in motion.
Oh, this that club vibe.
I love to rub it in like lotion.
Yeah, like how you got white people in the club. This.
If you only pray on Sunday, could you come my way on Monday? 'Cause I like to do things God does and approve of. If she saw us, she couldn't look away, look away, look away. She'd wanna get involved, involved.
This makes me want to do that. No, sorry about that. I used to joke around with my friend about this. It's always makes me want to do that. Like, it's giving that vibe in the scene in early 2000s where in movies where you always have that white girl that's just like,
and what would people say, people say, people say if they listen to the
it's literally giving that vibe that's just
I can see it clear as day.
like, oh my god, it's so loud in here.
Take it back once it's been set in motion. You know I need you for the oxytocin.
Oh, that's a vibe.
If you find it hard to swallow, I can loosen up your collar. 'Cause as long as you're still breathing, don't you even think of leaving. Look away, look away, look away. Gonna wanna get involved, involved, involved. And what would people say, people say, people say if they
I like this song. It's basically saying, like the term oxytocin is addicting. So she says she's basically saying like, hey, once you get a taste of this, you're gonna be hooked. And whether that's toxic or not, I do I do very much feel that we all have that person that, like, you know, whether it's good, whether it's bad, like, you're kind of addicted to them. And to determine if it's good or bad, it's very much when you have that interpersonal relationship, only you guys can determine if it's healthy or not. Because sometimes, not all the times, it's very much a toxic thing. It's different levels of toxicity.
other people don't obey, you and me are both the same.
This is such a club song. That oops, 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 oops. All right, so that one, not my usual vibe. Not usually. I'm not really into like the whole. That's kind of giving me like pop R&B EDM kind of feel. I'm gonna give that one a solid 9, but I would like the groove. It's like oomph, 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 oomph. Oh, okay. Kind of giving like a little gospel vibe, like, oh, all ye faithful. That's kind of vibe I got from that. Oh, it is giving that vibe. I'm feeling a beat drop. I'm feeling a nice beat drop. She's has such an angelic voice, and this is proof. This is proof that she has an angelic voice. And all of her layering is just her. She's really good at harmonizing. I especially could tell more in the not her live performance of Wildflower, but her bad cover, which I'm still trying to get that copyright released, so you guys can see my reaction to that. It's very much giving that she's really good. She's a very talented singer when it comes to vocal layering and harmonies, and she understands music. Beat switch. Oh, 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 damn. Oh, that build up. Yo, she is amazing at beat switches.
Cold winged angel, go home. Don't tell anyone what you are. You're sacred, and they're starved, and their art is getting dark. And there you are to tear apart, tear apart, tear apart, tear apart. You better keep your head down.
Oh, I like this. It's so catchy. A lot of her songs has been like, for the past 3 songs, it's really just been starting off like like I was singing the other, and what song it was, My Future, kind of like an act 1 act 2 kind of vibe, to where it's like really soft and somber, and like kind of like it takes you out of the song for a little bit and kind of jerks you back in when the beat starts up. Because like in the beginning I was like, oh, I'm not kind of feeling it. It's kind of giving me like a 7, and it quickly jumped up to like a 9.5 when the beat dropped.
Better keep your head down. They're gonna tell you what you want to hear, then they're gonna disappear. Gonna claim you like a souvenir just to sell you in a year. You better keep your head down. Keep your head down. Better keep your head down. Keep your head down. That's good.
Yeah, that's a 9.5 for me. I really enjoyed that song. Not necessarily like a perfect 10, but like a decent 9.5. I think the beginning, not really my usual speed and tempo, but I can be able to recognize it played a part in the overall story when she's talking about Goldwing and Angel, so that very much held its place. It wasn't like a song that like had unnecessary stuff in it, but yeah, that's a solid 9.5. And I think I heard a couple of songs. I think I heard Lost Cause before. I really like that song.
Summer's in the
Oh, I definitely heard this song before. I'm already gonna give it a 12 out of 10 because I love the video. She looks amazing in this, but I really like this song.
Something's in the air right now, like I'm losing track of time.
Damn. Hey.
Like I don't really care right now, but maybe that's fine.
I think in my last album it was Location. That was like my favorite song that I knew. I think it might be this song right here. It's just, the song is just, you ain't nothing but a lost cause, and it ain't nothing like it once was. I know you think you're such an outlaw, but you have no joy. I had an ex that I thought about this song. Yeah, one of my exes was definitely the topic of this song when this song came out.
You weren't even there that day. I was waiting on you. I wonder if you were aware that day was the last straw for me. And
Also, like, I like the vibe of the video. It's just like a girls' night sleepover after everything that happens.
no, I I sent you flowers. Did you even care? You ran the shower and left them by the stairs.
Oh, this is my favorite. Look, do, do. Hey, 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 hey.
I thought you had your shit together, but damn, I was wrong. You ain't nothing but a lost cause, and this ain't nothing like it once was. I know you think it's such an outlaw, but you got no job. You ain't nothing but a lost cause, and this ain't nothing like it once was. I know you think it's such an outlaw.
This is such a fun ass song.
But you got no job. I used to think you were shy, but maybe you just had nothing on your mind. Maybe you were thinking about yourself all the time. I used to wish you were mine, but that was way before I realized someone like you would always be so easy to find. So easy. Gave me no flowers.
Damn.
Wish I didn't care. You'd be
This is giving the whole video is giving, like, if you ever saw the Hangover movies, how like it's just a fun night out with the boys, but this time it's with the girls. That seemed like just the whole concept for this, just like a very vlog style kind of vibe for a video. I love those kind of videos, which it gives a fun person and it feels like you're there.
gone for hours.
And the quick cuts and the way it's edited. I love the background vocals though.
Thought you would have grown eventually, but you proved me wrong. You ain't nothing but a lost cause, and this ain't nothing like it once was. I know you think you're such an outlaw, but you got no job. You ain't nothing but a lost cause, and this ain't nothing like it once was. I know you think you're such an outlaw, but you got no job.
Yeah, this is such a fun video. Already at 12 out of 10. It's funny because only because I haven't listened to like the whole album, I definitely have listened to a lot of the songs. Like, I don't remember what album it was, but I think it was like all black and she was like wearing a white shirt. I think I very much listened to a lot of, I'm pretty sure that's the next album, but it's the album when it was like white shirt, both red, my bloody nose, sleeping, you're on your tippy toes. I'm very excited to get to that album because I love that song. So you're a tough guy, like it really rough guy, chest always so puff guy, just can't get enough guy. I'm the bad type. I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead, but I really love that album. That is a 12 out of 10. I'm a little bit biased on that one, but 12 out of 10 on that one. Next one, it's called Halley's Comment. My bad. Halley's Comment. So far, just like the other album, there's been no misses on this, which, thinking of these with the outlook that she did not win a Grammy is insane. Yeah, that's insane. That she didn't win a Grammy for none of these albums. Like this, she got robbed. She just simply got robbed. I'm just gonna chop it up to that. I like the background effects. She has very subtle ways of adding like little background stuff that you gotta really sit and listen to. Also, by the way, no coffee today. Water. How many songs we have left? We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs.
I don't want it, and I don't want to want you. But in my dreams I seem to be more honest, and I must admit you've been in quite a few.
Oh, I'm gonna take a deep breath with this one because this one's gonna hit lyrically for me, and I've been kind of going through something, and I'm experiencing getting my raw take and emotions on this song and everything.
Haley's comet comes around more.
Yeah, I'm gonna let this song play through. I want to really listen to the lyrics.
But you're all it takes for me to break a promise. Silly me to fall in love with you. I haven't slept since Sunday. Midnight for me is 3 a.m. for you. But my sleepless nights are better with you than nights could ever be alone. Ooh, I was good at feeling nothing, now I'm hopeless. What a drag to love you like I do. I've been loved before, but right now in this moment I feel more and more like I was made for you. For you.
Just letting the instrumental right out.
I'm sitting in my brother's room. Haven't slept in a week or two. I think I might have fallen in love. What am I to do?
Just give me a second. That was a really powerful song, and it's very much keen to what I'm currently going through personally in my own life these past couple of weeks. Wow, that's getting a 12 out of 10. The song, the lyrics, and the overall emotion, the power behind it is really, really, really well. It was done really well. Whew, that was such a heavy song. Yeah, let's just jump into the next one. It's called "Not My Responsibility." We have 5 songs left.
Do you know me? Really know me?
Oh, that layering, that vocal pitch effect.
You have opinions about my opinions. About my music. About my clothes. About my body. Some people hate what I wear.
Oh,
Some people praise.
It's such a powerful. This is such a powerful song, and I know I use this a lot, but I think around during this time, or from what I've been seeing, I've ever since Billie came out, a lot of people have been basically trashing her for like wearing baggy clothes, or and I realized that a lot of times with women in the music industry, um a lot of people over sexualize them or feel like they need to have their personal opinions, because we sometimes forget celebrities are people, humans just like us, and they're not they're not for us to put our own beliefs on, and our own hate, our own disgust, and our own jealousy, for one, to be put on these people. And I realize a lot of time women in, especially in the music industry, they always have this microscope on them on whatever they're doing. If their clothes are too revealing, if their clothes are not revealing enough, if she's wearing a baggy shirt or anything like that. And honestly, mind your business. Mind your business. And from like also even a lot of women, but a lot of men, mind your business. Whatever a woman wants to wear, she wants to wear. If it's bothering you, it shouldn't, because we're human. We have a right to express ourselves whatever we want in our clothes, our wear, and stuff like that. And it's none of your personal business. But I see a lot of times women, even in the in any sort of industry, they get ridiculed, they lose their jobs because of a public opinion. And leave them alone, leave everybody alone. As long as if there's not something you would do, then it doesn't matter what you would do. It's what that person does and what they feel comfortable with. You have nobody has no access to a person's body and sense. And it's also just in the wake of everything that's happening, we're literally fighting for basic human rights.
We decide what they're worth. If I wear more, if I wear less, who decides what that makes me?
Exactly.
What that means? Is my value based only on your perception? Or is your opinion of me
I like that one.
not my responsibility?
Exactly. The one thing I had to mature about and learn about you, we cannot control someone's perception of you. No, someone's perception of you does not equal to how you value yourself. It's only thing that matters is how you portray, how you view yourself. When you look in the mirror every day, what are you looking at, and what are you telling yourself in the mirror that no one can take away from? Because like I said, not everybody's gonna be for you, and if they're not for you, they're not for you. But if someone can't love you for you in your good, bad, ugly, worst days, sad days, depressed days, challenges, rewards and surprises and stuff like that, then they're not for you. They're not for you. And whether it's a friendship, whether it's a coworker and stuff like that, those people are very draining. And you can lose more of yourself by trying to fit their standards or what their version of you is in their head. And yeah, that's gonna be a 12 out of 10. That was powerful. It was just like a big fuck you. It didn't have no drums. It was just like, look, I'm about to talk my shit. I'm addressing all the comments, and not my responsibility. All right, the next song is called Overheated.
even know how it happened. I started talking.
We have
They
six.
started laughing.
We have 6 more songs left.
I don't really even know how it happened. I started watching them photographing. I don't really know how it happened. Instead of stopping, they still were flashing. I started walking, gave no reaction. No reaction.
This is a very mature album.
I'm overheated. Can't be defeated. Can't be deleted. Can't unbelieve it. I'm overheated. Can't be defeated. Can't be deleted. Can't be repeated. I'm overheated. I'm overheated. I don't really wanna know why it went there. I kinda don't care. You wanna kill me. You wanna hurt me. Stop being flirty. It's kinda working. Did you really think this is the right thing to do? Is it news to who? Did I really look just like the rest of you? I'm overheated.
Oh, I love this song.
Defeated.
Oh yeah, I love this song.
Can't be deleted. Can't unbelieve it. I'm overheated. Can't be defeated. Can't be deleted. Can't be repeated. I'm overheated. And everybody said it was a letdown. I was only bad like everybody else now. But I didn't get a surgery to help out. Cause I'm mad about the read this on myself.
Okay. This basically this song it pairs well right after saying it's not my responsibility, because it's basically saying, this is my interpretation of it, she's saying she's overheated, which means she's like I say overheated, so she's overstimulated, but it's kind of like this song is taking her power back after saying hey, it's not my responsibility, I acknowledge it, I hear everything, it's terrible you guys are saying this, why are you guys saying this, not my responsibility, and then boom, next song she's taking back her power, she's like, hey, I'm not gonna do anything to change me, this is me, and I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
All these other inanimate bitches, it's none of my business. But don't you get sick of posing for pictures with that plastic body?
Damn, shots. Man. She's like, I'm natural. Deal with it. I am perfect the way that I am. And I really think that a lot of people should just wake up and be fine the way you are. You're perfect the way you are. I wish a lot of people will come to terms where, I'm not just saying if it's like, say if you want to get apps, you go get apps, but you are perfect the way you are. You are different. And you are very much unique. We are all made differently. We don't fit one mold, which that's what makes us human. That's what makes us human, and it could be such a beautiful thing if we think it's a beautiful thing, because it is. Not one mind on this planet is the same, even from parents and children. We might come from genetics where 50% one parent, 50% one parent, I don't know the exact math, but we're 100% still us. We don't think like our parents. We might share qualities of this person and stuff like that, and as humans we all going to share qualities of different, same, just in case, like just like how we can go through similar life obstacles or whatever, but you're still you. Your brain is different than everyone else's, and it's perfect the way it is. My brain might not conform to an ideology, but your brain might. And that's just that's the beautiful part of being a human. We are all living organisms made up to be one society, and we're not robots. We're not programmed to think as a hive mind, because that would be boring. Like, there is the individuality of that. That's the point of being human. We all have individuality. We're not in a dystopian world where we're all forced to wear the same same clothes. We're sorted into different factions, like the early, like the late 2000 dystopian movies, like Hunger Games. We're not Divergent series. We're not in factions. We're all individuals. We can dress the same. We can express ourselves however we want, and that just makes us us. And life is literally one big figuring out. It's like one big board game where you figure out who you're gonna be in this game that we call life.
I'm overheated, can't be defeated, can't be deleted, can't unbelieve it. I'm overheated, can't be defeated, can't be deleted, can't be repeated. I'm overheated.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna give that one a 12 out of 10. I kind of like the the vibe, the groove, and the overall message, and I like how, like, starting from My Future, literally, like, I want to say honestly, Goldwing was like her second act, or not even Goldwing. I think Haley's Comet, it gives like started the second half of this album. It's broken up into uh the second act, which is perfect. It's really good. And I think the next song is Everyone Dies. I think I've heard this one before, but I'm not sure. I gotta hear. I think I've heard it, but I don't think I listened to it fully. And we have 3 more songs left.
Everybody dies.
Oh, I did hear this song. I just never heard it fully.
Surprise. We tell each other lies. Sometimes we try to make it feel like we might be right. We might not be alone. Be alone. Everybody dies, that's what they say. And maybe in a couple 100 years they'll find another way. I just wonder why you'd wanna stay if everybody goes. You'd still be alone. I don't wanna cry. Some days I do, but not about you. It's just a lot to think about the world I'm used to.
That's really I really mess with these lyrics, because it's very much, sometimes when we're thinking about, when we get so caught up in our future and what's the rest of the years get hold up on, it's like not every day is even a guarantee. So we sometimes can stress out thinking so far into the near future when we're so caught up. We're taking today for granted. And we very much, as a young adult growing up, it's like, okay, I'm here. It's so hard to shake that feeling of like, I'm not where I want to be, or I'm not where I'm supposed to be, and it's very much of how a lot of times it takes on how much you grew up and how much pressure was put on you as a child to be that person in your family that's gonna, and when you're that person in your family that's gonna be like, I'm gonna break generational curses. It's a very huge burden to bear that everyone has placed on you. Like, what makes me so special? I can barely get through today. I can barely get out of bed, and I'm like, And when you think about it's actually a really dark and reality way of thinking of like, hey, we're all gonna die someday, which is very, very much true. But sometimes that thought process can be a negative. It can be a positive, as I'm like, okay, I'm not here for long and I'm going to do whatever I can to take out of this life. But it also could have the opposite effect of like, I'm trying everything that I can and, nothing's working. And if everyone's dying, why am I choosing to? It's a very multifaceted layers of what we call life. Life isn't linear as we kind of grew up thinking. It was like, okay, we go through this path that the ages go, and then that's it. We die, but it's not like that. It's a kind of a multi-faceted. Lines are springing in every directions as you make new connections, as you meet new people. Life might spring you one way, but then another way, but then this way, but then this way, and then that can get very much overwhelming a lot of the time.
The one I can't get back, at least not for a while. I sure have a knack for seeing life more like a child. It's not my fault, it's not so wrong to wonder why everybody dies, and when will I?
And that's such a powerful sometimes when you're self-aware, you're just like, and that's basically what she's saying. She's so self-aware, and it's not necessarily a bad thing all the time to be so forthcoming of like, hey, wait a second, I only have one life and I get to choose how I live it. It's very much that when you work through your own emotions, and when you become growing up as a kid that was very always self-aware, which it has its purpose and it's good on the surface, but it also leads to a lot of overthinking and a bit more anxiety, because I'm like, okay, what I do this day and I'm good, how am I growing? But it's also very much not giving myself time and realizing, because I'm thinking that I have to get everything done before I might have kids or stuff like that. But it's also like not giving I gotta allow myself, and you gotta allow yourself to have time to go through those different stages and those different phases of your life. Not everything is solved in one day or one sitting or a year. It might, it takes time. Give yourself time to heal and figure that out is really important.
You ought to know that even when it's time, you might not wanna go, but it's okay to cry, and it's alright to fall, but you are not alone.
And I like that. It's very much same like I was saying with time. Same like I was saying with time and stuff. Something that we as humans try to understand. We always try to understand like stuff that are very much beyond us that we might not ever understand, like the way the earth was made and the way the earth was created, whether you believe in the Big Bang or God, one God or multiple gods, or you feel like the earth's just always been here. We very much try to understand too much that we won't ever really truly understand. We won't be able to. We don't know where we go, where we die. Truly, it could be heaven. It could be whatever your beliefs in. We might know. No one knows what it's like to die. But the funny thing about being a human, it's like it doesn't stop us from wondering and thinking about like, oh, where do we go when we die, and stuff like that, which connects us on a human level, that we all still wonder about that. And that's fine. It's not a flaw. It's a natural curiosity that we all share of some sort. And also that fear of like dying without accomplishing anything, or the fear of not leaving a legacy or stuff like that. We get so caught up in that, and it's a natural fear, but that's something that we connect to as a human race, not just one group. As a human race, we all fear not taking this life seriously and taking it for granted. And what's the path that we leave behind for our children or stuff like that? Or if you don't have children, what kind of life you lived, and would you be remembered? How would you be remembered? It's very overwhelming to think about. All right, yeah, I give that one a 12 out of 10. This is very much a very much different from her first EP. It was kind of more, upbeat and stuff like that, and now this one is a little bit more of an emotional beat and more serious. I like this one. Next song is called Your Power, and then we have 3 other songs after that. Oh, this is a music video. Let me do full screen. Finally, some more music videos.
Try not to abuse your power. I know we didn't choose to change. You might not want to lose your power, but having it so strange. She said you were a hero, you played the part, but you ruined her in a year. Don't act like it was hard, and you swear you didn't know. No wonder why you didn't ask. She was sleeping in your clothes, but now she's got to get to class. How dare you? And how could you? Will you only feel bad when they find out if you could take it all back? Would you?
Oh.
Try not to abuse your power. I know we didn't choose.
I love the shots. I love the shots and everything. I love how everything is directed. And she did not win a Grammy. I'm sorry, with that knowledge of her not winning a Grammy, I'm gonna really look at all these. I'm like, she should have won a Grammy. She should have won legitly a Grammy. That's my own personal opinion. Like, you the Grammys looked at all of this and everything she accomplished music wise, and her directing her videos, the fact that she's doing all of this with just her brother, and they decided to not give her a Grammy for anything. It's ridiculous. But having it so strange, I thought that I was special. You made me feel like it was my fault. You were the devil, lost your appeal. Does it keep you in control? For you to keep her in a cage, and you swear you didn't know. You said you thought she was your age. How dare you? And how could you? Will you only feel bad if it turns out that they kill your contract? Would you? Try not to abuse your power. I know we didn't choose to change. You might not wanna lose. Oh, that's a nice track. Oh, that's nice. I like that transition.
But power isn't pain.
That one's gonna get a nine for me. Like I said, it's a little bit slower pace. I love the overall message of the song. The video was amazing and powerful, and I love the imagery. Looks like we have. Oh, I thought we had three. We have four songs to get through, and this next one, it's called NDA. Another music video.
Did you think I'd show up in a limousine? No.
Oh.
Had to save my money for security. Got a stalker walking up and on the street. Says he's Satan and he'd like to meet. I bought a secret house when I was 17. Haven't had a party since I got the keys. Had a pretty boy over but he couldn't stay. On his way I made him sign an NDA.
Hey.
Yeah, I made him sign an NDA.
Oh, I like this editing.
Cause I don't want him having shit to say. You couldn't save me, but you can't let me go.
Oh. This video kind of reminds me of what's that song? And that music video kind of had the same vibe. Was it NF Clouds or Story? One of his videos, it was literally him walking through like a busy street, and it had that same like chaotic vibe. I love this this video.
I can crave it, but you don't need to.
A perfect use of auto-tone too. Her videos are so good at giving chaos when it's needed.
I can barely go outside, I think I hate it here. Maybe I should think about a new career. Somewhere in Kauai where I can disappear. I've been having fun, getting older now. Didn't change my number, made him shut his mouth. At least I gave him something he can cry about. I thought about my future, but I want it now.
And the callbacks to the previous songs to her. And the choice of editing to where it feels like she's being followed. So every time she turns around, they disappear, but when she's not looking, they're reappearing. It's really powerful. I wonder what the cars mean.
You couldn't save me, but you can't let me go.
Oh, I love the camera work.
I can crave it, but you don't need to. Did I take it too far?
Oh.
I don't know what you are. You hit me so hard. Outside stars. Think I took it too far. When I sold you my heart. How'd it get so dark? I saw stars. Stars.
Oh. Oh. And someone looked at this video and was like, nah, she don't need a Grammy. Pathetic that they thought that. Who would have looked at this video and the song and think she did not win a Grammy? Well, but that song, I don't know if I give my ranking for the other song. Your Power is definitely I think I said a 9 or a 10. NDA is definitely a 10 out of 10. And I think this next one I've heard before, Therefore I Am, is a really good song I like. Oh wait, I think I did hear the song. Is it I'm not your friend or anything? Damn, you think that you're. Yeah, I definitely heard this song before. This is my favorite song. Oh, she's. I like the mall shot. I love her videos. It's very much grounded and it's very much fun.
I'm not your friend or anything. Damn, you think that you're the man. I think therefore I am.
Oh, damn.
I'm not your friend or anything. Damn, you think that you're the man. I think therefore I am.
I love videos like this. That's giving a vlog vibe.
What the hell are you talking about? Get my pretty name out of your mouth.
Damn.
We are not the same with or without. Don't talk about me like how you might know how I feel. Top of the world, but your world isn't real. It wasn't ideal. So go have fun. I really couldn't care less, and you can give it my best, but just know I'm not your friend or anything. Damn, you think that you're the man. I think therefore I am. I'm not your friend.
The pretzel.
You think that you're the man. I think therefore I am.
I like that transition. Oh wait, there's more. Oh, that's hilarious. I like she's really good at story beats, like giving pauses when it's needed. Now, does she eat the pretzel?
I don't want press to put your name next to mine. We're on different lines, so I wanna be nice enough. They don't call my bluff, cause I hate to find
Pretzel and bagel.
articles,
Oh, is that a donut?
articles that
I
you
think that's a donut.
remain unremarkable. Got a lot of interviews. When they say your name, I just act confused. Did you have fun? I really couldn't care less, and you couldn't give them my best, but just know I'm not your friend or anything. Damn, you think that you're the man. I think therefore I am.
I know the mall's closed, but so they probably closed off the mall for this and stuff. But imagine you're working like a overnight shift, because I used to work at the mall, and like we used to have like very like long nights where we were inventory, and you just randomly see Billie Eilish. You're like, is that? You're like, nah, that ain't it. And then she drops the video, and it was her, and you.
I'm not your friend or anything. Damn, you think that you're the man. I think therefore I am.
I love how there's no direction in this video, just a vibe.
I don't think I caught your name.
She's still holding the pretzel.
I'm sorry.
Honestly, this is also just a vibe when you go to the mall. I gotta have me an Auntie Anne's pretzel or any sort, and just walking around and just eating.
I don't think I caught you.
Oh, wait, I did hear this song before. I just didn't know it started like this.
Driving home under the influence.
Oh.
You scared me to death, but I'm wasting my.
Okay, here's a quick little voicer. This is editing me here. I do not know why that my recording cut out so quickly. So for these last couple of songs, I'm gonna give you the rating, but I'm just gonna switch to the outro. I apologize for that. I don't know what happened, and I will have this problem fixed, but I'm just gonna skip to my outro for this part, just so I can still make an entertaining video, and I'm still gonna give my overall ratings and my full reaction to her second album. It's an over 2-hour recording, so this is gonna probably be a painstakingly long video to edit down. I think there was more songs in this one. And if you like my reaction to her second EP, Happier Than Ever, definitely check out my first reaction if you're coming from that one, from the first one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you comment down below what's your favorite song from this album, and also comment down below if you felt like Billie Eilish should have won a Grammy. But this has been a video, and thank you for all of the comments, the support, and the subscribers, and this has been a video.